Hey, how you doing? It's Muzz. I'm waiting for my son. He's preparing for a marathon, so he's doing a long run, and I'm just waiting at the finish line. So I'm supporting him. I'm here with Bengo. We're in our deck chairs. There was something that I was thinking about recently, and it's kind of like a paradox of the Cabal of Darkness, about the way they think about us, especially the ones who are at the level of the political class. If you are awake and you're watching what's going on, then you're probably already very aware that there's so much deceit. They just lie and lie and lie, and they do their pretend smiles and their fake promises, when really they plan to do whatever they can in service of their masters to subjugate all of us into some type of paradigm where our lives are terrible and they've been richly rewarded for betraying all of us. But until they've reached that end point, their entire lives, at least their entire public life, is about pretending to like us, pretending to care about us, pretending to have a sincere and genuine desire that we all have a good outcome, when really that's not the case at all. They despise us. It's quite clear when you see the policies they enact. So they hate us. They hate us, they can't stand us, and they resent the fact that they have to always be pretending they like us when really they can't stand us. They're always out there in front of crowds and audiences, giving up their time and their energy, because they just have to do that because they don't have total and utter control over us yet. And that, I would imagine, really irritates them. In private, I would say they speak about us in very denigrating terms. So, in a sense, they're not free. They're not free to be themselves because they always have to be putting forward this facade. But the point will be reached where eventually they won't have to pretend anymore. They won't have to pretend they like us. They won't have to pretend they're doing something for us. They won't have to pretend that they're sincere about their desires and everything goes well for us, because they will have totally locked us down. At least that's their plan. And so then they'll be free to be themselves. And so this sets up this very ironic paradox where they will never be free until we have no freedom. That's what they're going for. They actually feel they'll never be free to be themselves as long as we have freedom. And so for them to be free to be themselves, it is paramount that they take away all of our freedom. So you know that they're behaving in a way which is antithetical to the universe, antithetical to the flow of nature, when the way that they exist with the rest of us is they can only experience freedom when we have none. Clearly, that is against the flow. So they would be deeply unhappy people, and in a large extent they would blame us for their unhappiness. They would see us as the reason, and so that's why I think it's very likely that they curse us with absolute venom when they are in private, because they hate the fact that they live miserable lives because we are still walking around with our freedom, which clearly they believe we do not deserve. So, they're not good people, sure, but I do feel sorry for them. I do feel sorry, and I feel some compassion. Oh, Bingo. You right there, buddy? Yeah, okay, it's good. I do feel compassion for them. I feel sorry, but just to live that life and to have been fooled into believing that that was the way, to be a being of absolute deceit, absolute deception, absolute fakery. It's crazy. So much noise around here. Look, I'm going to go because it's just a crazy amount of noise. I hope you enjoyed that, just pondering while I'm sitting here waiting for my son to finish his 21 kilometre run. Okay, I love you, and I'll speak to you again next time. Bye bye.